so the next...
I didn't think you would start to look until I sat down. Q&A questions that last week we put on Instagram. If anyone had any questions or any advice they wanted us to give, then we'll try and cover it in our next vlog.
Yes. So I thought we'd do like a little Q&A portion, so
yeah,
it's quite good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is from Daryl, and it's, how do you style a veil? I'm completely overwhelmed with them. That's probably a question we get quite a bit, because I feel like the dresses are one thing, and I almost think the veils are the hardest part sometimes. There's so much choice.
Well, that's why we always say we do it as a separate appointment. So
yeah.
You come in, buy your dress from us first, and then you'll come in when it arrives and do your veil second, because it's such a big decision that we feel it's too much to do.
It's too overwhelming in one appointment,
really. It's too much.
I mean, we do like a styling appointment, as Bex says, when you're trying on your dress, your actual dress that's arrived in for the first time, and I think that's the best way to do it, so that you're not overwhelming yourself, because it is too much to do in one appointment, isn't it? So what I would say first and foremost is decide on what kind of impact you're trying to create. Are you wanting something to complement the dress in a really subtle and soft way, or are you wanting to make a statement with your veils? So I think that's going to eradicate two different styles of veils with that one kind of question that you ask yourself. So to be honest, we don't even really do short veils, do we? I mean, obviously we have them, but I'm
sometimes as an occasion, but
I'm not massively fan of them. Generally speaking, we'll do the cathedral length veils, all of which are completely made to measure. So we measure towards whatever length of your train you have. So normally about a foot longer than the train, don't we?
Yeah, you don't want it all.
Yeah, you don't want it all to look messy. So the length that comes into it, and then also the colour. So dependent on if you've got a new dress that we've looked at today, or if you've got an off-white dress. And then I think it's really about detail. So are you wanting something plain? Do you want to go for the softer tulle or the more stiffer tulle? And then do you want to go for laces versus sparkle? And I think as long as you're answering all these questions before you come, what length, what colour, what style in terms of lace or sparkle, I think that's going to eradicate quite a lot of choice. And then you just rely on us really to take you through what's available. The only way to try and choose a veil is to try it on. You can't do it online.
I always think we kind of have like a romantic look, or you have like a glamorous look. So like Camilla said, you kind of have the sparkle for the glamorous look, or you can go down the lacy kind of softer route. So it just depends. Do you want to be a romantic bride, or do you want to be a glamorous bride? Which is quite an easy way of breaking the two up. They are quite different kind of looks.
But all girls feel the same. All girls are quite overwhelmed with all the accessories, but that's why we're here.
Some girls don't even like veils as well. So sometimes a girl comes in and we do like a headpiece because they don't want the veil, or if it's a second wedding, they prefer to have bigger headpiece and less veil. So it just depends on your desires and what you want for your
I think like tap us for some advice, because we've done it a while now.
We
like to think we know what we're doing.
And we like veils.
So Daryl, I hope that answers your question. Obviously, if you do have any more questions or want us to elaborate further, then just DM me or send us an email. And obviously when we're back open, book in for your styling appointment.
I was going to say, you could even send a picture of your dress that you've got and what you're having problems with, even if it's not from us, and we could give some advice on what we think would go, and then that could help as well.
That could help. So do you want to take the next question, Bex?
Oh, go on then.
So this is from Meg, and it's, do you have a selection of long sleeve dresses in the boutique?
Yes, we do. So we have, probably across all the ranges, we've got a couple of options with long sleeves. So we've got, okay, so we've just brought up a selection of some of our sleeve dresses. So we range from no sleeve, cap sleeve and long sleeve in the boutique. So all the designers we cover tend to have some form of sleeve. If not, we can add them if it's appropriate on the armhole. So I'll just show you a couple that are brought up. So I'm going to start with this Rosa Clara Couture dress. So this is a gorgeous high neck. You've got such a beautiful twinkling embellishment on this one. So this is a full sleeve. So the thing I personally love about this sleeve is how delicate it is. And you see you have the scalloped edge here as well with all the beadwork. So it is quite a full skirt, but it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous shape when it's on. So we could make this a 3/4 length as well. If you wanted to bring it up, we can do.
I feel like this lace has got Art Deco vibes.
Yeah, I just think some girls want it to finish here on the arm, and some girls want it to come right over onto the cuff of the palm.
What's nice about this dress is the way it kind of melts over your hands a little bit, just makes it look really, really elegant.
So the frame's a little bit longer.
So that's your example of kind of illusion lace sleeve.
Yes. And then, so this dress is extremely couture in my opinion. So this is Prenovius Atelier. So this is Red Sun, or the Sleeve of Dreams, as I call it this one. So it's a bigger puff, this one, so it's more of the kind of leg of mutton, leg of lamb, whatever you call it. So it's a high puff here, which can be reduced slightly. It's all in the alterations there. But
we call it half puff versus full puff.
And this dress comes with different alterations from Prenovius, so we can order it without the sleeve, which would be a crime, or cap or 3/4 again. But it's the gorgeous crepe. Is it Monique?
It's the Monique
crepe from Prenovius. It's a lovely, heavy, slight stretch to it, so it's a gorgeous fit.
What
but again, it's just a very modern look, I think, on the sleeve. It's a lot more
What I would say about your Prenovius options as well, they're the best in terms of what you can do. So most of the dresses come with a sleeve option, and whether, like Berta says, it's capped, 3/4 or a full length sleeve. So most of the dresses in Prenovius, and we'll come to that in a second, you can order with a sleeve.
Okay, number 3. So this is also a Prenovius, but this is from the St. Patrick range. So this is a lot more of a softer romantic lace. You've also got a Bardo neckline on this one, but again, you've got the illusion sleeve. So this one is a bit more of a bolder floral, a bit more botanical, whereas the Rosa Clara was more of like, an Art Deco embellished theme. So it's a bit softer, a bit more Italian, and you've got the nude under this one as well. So it's a 2 colourway dress, but it's again a lot softer than previous.
So, also showing you a variety of necklines with the sleeve. You've got Bardo, V-neck and slash neck.
Yeah.
So we like to try and mix it up a bit for you guys.
So we also, like we had in the Berta before, we love a cap sleeve in our shop. So we find if you've got a fuller hip, the cap sleeve really mirrors the shape here. So it's just a really nice finish. You don't have to have a full sleeve, you can just have a little sleeve. Again, finished lovely. It's not just a blunt cut. You've got the lace detail on it. And I think again, because it's a mixture of sheer and crepe, it's just a really nice mixture.
What I would say as well, if you're loving a dress like this but think, oh, I wish it had a long sleeve, our seamstresses can customise the dresses and create a long sleeve for you. So whenever we're doing the walk round with clients, we always say, if you're definitely wanting a sleeve, don't discount any dresses, because pretty much 99% of them we can add a sleeve
You
to.
probably hear us saying a lot, we can do this, we can do that, because it's something that we enjoy doing. The seamstresses are happy to do it, so we do a lot of customisation, especially on a dress like this. So we basically, you can order this as it is, you can order it with a sleeve, or we can add a sleeve ourselves. So it's very easy to customise. You have the illusion sleeve. I have one here. It's quite hard to demonstrate, but when you're in the shop, we can show you how adding a sleeve like that in the same lace really works on styles. So you kind of have the option to play around.
What's nice about our seamstresses doing it is you've got control over exactly where the lace placement on your arm will be, whether you know, you have it quite sparsely or quite densely on your arm. You can choose that. I mean, if you're going to get it done by the designer, it kind of comes how it comes, but if you do it with our seamstress, then you can choose exactly how you want it. So yeah, that gives an example of the types of sleeve dresses we've got in the shop, so I hope that answers your question. So the next
I didn't think you would start to look until I sat down.
Okay, so after that, I'm definitely putting that in. After that interlude, we're going to do the next question, which is from Hannah, and it's typically how far in advance to your wedding day would you start trying on dresses? So, Rach, you want to take this one?
So, generally it depends on how decisive you are, but we say a minimum of 12 months. So you've got to bear in mind it can take between 6 to 9 months for the dress to actually arrive once you've picked it. That is dependent on designer. If it's less, don't panic. That's our job to sort out, and you are in good hands.
We've never not been able to
we've never said no, but it is more your peace of mind. You do also have a 3-month period of alterations, customisations, that kind of thing once the dress is here. So we kind of say on an average between 18 months to 12 months prior to your wedding. So you've got all of your shapes and your silhouettes tried on. You know you've made the right choice on neckline, sleeves, no sleeves, lace, plain. It really is, the best thing I can say is get your research done first.
Absolutely.
Because it's quite overwhelming. You can come in a little bit like rabbit in headlights, but research. Make sure you're going to the right shops, check the size of the samples at the shops, check the designers, check that they have the dress in from the designer that you love. And yeah, just have faith in us and we will find you the dream dress.
And I would also say as well, in terms of time scale, there's a few factors as well. Christmas is one. If your ordering time takes into consideration Christmas, because obviously designers will shut down for a couple of weeks and the designers will. The other thing to bear in mind, if your dress is from a European country, mainly our stock comes from Spain, they shut down for the month of August.
That is true.
They don't really work in August, so take that into consideration. And also the COVID situation, that is going to have a bit of a knock-on effect with production. Obviously they will always prioritise a bride's order over, like, say, our stock orders, but it is going to impact in production. So I just think allow yourself as much time as you can, and then you won't feel like pressured into making a wrong decision. But you know, as Rach said, we've never been able to not get a dress for a girl, so don't feel like, oh my gosh, I haven't got that amount of time. We will sort you out. Okay.
We do like a challenge. So
we do.
Sometimes our girls,
we never beat them.
We have like 8 days or something. So sometimes someone will be getting married. I don't know, something might happen and they want to get married earlier. We do have some dresses that we can sometimes do as ready to wear, so you know, always ask the questions, see what we can do.
We have quite a lot of ready to wear dresses that
sometimes
we
they
can
come up every now and again when we don't expect them to, if we get new stock, so always ask the questions, I think, before.
Definitely. Okay, and then we've got a question from Alexa. Do you carry Berta 20p105? Obviously we get quite a lot of questions about, do we stock this dress, do we stock that dress? The best thing to do with us is go onto our website, www.notsgoodweddinggallery.co.uk. I sound like I'm plugging it. Plug. All our dresses are on our website. We're not a boutique that links you to the designer's website. You don't know what we carry. Everything on our website is what we have in, or at least coming soon. So that will give you an exact idea of whether we have certain dresses or not. In terms of the Berta 20p105, I think that's a Berta Couture main collection, and we only carry the Berta Privee dresses. What we've been discussing today. So if in doubt, just visit our website, and if you've got any questions, just drop me a DM or drop me an email. Certain designers I can loan dresses, but due to COVID at the moment, I don't think that's really happening. But yeah, any questions, just always ask. Okay, and then the final question from Sally is, how did you all end up in bridal?
Well, you answer. This is your shop, so you answer.
Yeah,
my story isn't like that glam. I just
no. We basically had kids and
then thought, oh, that would be fun. No, I started doing this with my mum, she's still like involved in the business quite a lot, and she does like quite a lot of the back of house now. But we started about 7 years ago, and I was always in retail. I worked for Arcadia as a store manager, and I just always wanted my own business. And so I'd worked in fashion, and my mum was an interior designer, and you know, it runs in our family to have businesses, so we just thought, why not? And 7 years later, here we are. So it was just me and mum to start with, and now we've got there's six of us and 4 seamstresses. So yeah, it's grown, and I'm really pleased to have these guys around me. But yeah, so what about you, Bex?
So pretty similar to Rachel. So I used to be a designer. I used to live in London, very busy, very stressed, and
for River Island, wasn't it?
River Island, yeah. And then I was like, oh God, they're gonna hate me. I then had a baby, moved home, and this is actually quite embarrassing, you probably don't know this, I was addicted to say yes to the dress. So like, I've literally seen every dress, and I'm not allowed to say, are you saying yes to the dress?
No, it's crazy.
It's like, but anyway, I'm literally addicted. I've seen all of them. And one of my best friends came here to look at wedding dress for herself. And he said to me, Bex, I'm sure they're looking for a new consultant. And it's on their Instagram, so I thought, oh, I'll just message. I'm not really ready to get a job yet, but I'll just message. And then came in for an interview, took me on, and 2 years later, I'm still here. I don't want a different job. I love every day I come in, and it's just literally a dream. It's, I do.
What I would say,
it's just fun. It's not. It's just fun.
What I would say is, my staff come, they never leave. So yeah, no, that's good. What about you, Rach?
Quite similar, aren't
we?
So
yeah, similar. I've got a fashion retail background, and my best friend bought her dress from here. I came for the appointment because her family lives down south, so came for a bit of moral support. She bought the dress. 2 weeks later, they posted a job application, and here I am, 4 years on.
Yeah, Rachel's been here for
baby in between and everything.
It's actually a really good job. Like, all the girls have had babies in between, and
yeah,
it's actually quite a good job for that.
they're like our little mascots.
What do you like? What do you like most about the job?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I try the dresses on.
Yeah, today's been great.
Today's been
all
good.
the time.
Today's been great. It's not a regular occurrence.
This is actually so nice to do, because under normal
Yeah.
circumstances, there's no way we can allocate a day to just doing socials. So it's one thing lockdown's been good for.
Yeah,
Do
it
you know
gives us
what?
a new appreciation for what we do, I think.
But I think what's so
fun.
nice is so many people come in and say, "Oh my God, you've got the dream job." Like it's such a nice, it's just a nice job.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a very happy job.
Most of the time.
And if it's not a happy job, it very quickly is. We managed to turn it around quite quickly,
we
don't
do.
we? But
We do.
yeah, just like you guys, I suppose.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all the questions. I hope you've liked this week's video. Obviously, we've discussed mainly the Berta Privee range, which is all available on our website, www.nutswoodrunninggallery.co.uk, and as always, everything's on our Instagram. We do have a Berta Privee trunk show coming up at the end of January, and I'm going to start advertising that soon on Instagram, and that is going to book up very quickly.
Yes.
So if you want more information about that, then drop me a DM, but you'll see things come up on the Instagram about that anyway, probably just before Christmas. So yeah, I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. We haven't we? And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.